Swami Vato. This one, madam.
They don't have their own Swami Vato. They want to talk about it.
Yeah. You need a Swami Vato?
From the kids. The kids.
Do you want any of your Swamini Vato that you would like to discuss here? Hmm? Sahaj Bhai's choice. Chapter 5. And what number? What is that? What number, beta? You don't know? Do you know what it says? Do you remember anything what it says?
I think the first one out of my I think about if you eat 5408. Yeah, there you go. The 400. 408.
418? Go 408.
408. 408 to 417.
Okay. So which one out of that, beta? You are lucky. You got only half page.
5, 4, 12. 4 and 12.
Jasamnarayan. What chapter number 5 and what number? Sahaj?
4 and 12.
4112. Okay. You say in English or I say in Gujarati? Okay, go ahead. Give the mic.
The nature of both God and the God released sadhu in this world is that there is no hypocrisy in their speech and actions, while others are hypocrites that is actually seen.
Everybody understood? No? Sarvangi says, your language is so high. You want to slow down?
Okay. Swami Hare, Swami Kare. The nature of both God and the God released sadhu in this world is that there is no hypocrisy in their speech and actions, while others are hypocrites. That is actually seen.
Okay, Sarvangi, did you understand? What does that mean?
And God and His faith, there's no, when they talk, there's no negative or negativity and there can be criticism.
Good. Very good. So, Gunatitanand Swami says, the nature of God is to have no harmony between what God is talking and what God is doing. And same way, what his saints also do it like God does, that they, whatever they talk and whatever they do, there is no harmony. But those who are not the devotee of God or others, they have whatever they talk and that's what they do in the world. And that is what we see in this world. Sometimes we think that it is kind of confusing, right? That God talks something and does something. And Gunatit saints, they talk something and they do something. And Gunatitanand Swami says, that is how everybody should do. What is that talk something and do something? In front of God, when a worldly person comes, God knows that how much world he has in his heart and how much spirituality he has in his heart. So, to make that person more happier, to make that person more towards spirituality, God may say, let me give you the example. When a little baby, 6-month-old or 8-month-old baby, is sick and a mother wants to give the bitter medication in baby's mouth, mother would say one thing and mother would do the something else. નાનું બાળક હોય એને એની માં કડવું ઔષધ પાય તે વખતે બોલે કંઈક ને કરે કંઈક. વાસંતીબેન એવો અનુભવ છે તમને? આ બહુ કર્યું છે પીજા પીજા, કર્યું છે પીજા પીજા, એમ કરીને પીવડાવી દે. નહીં તો કંઈક બીજું બોલે, ચાંદા ચાંદા ચોળી, ઘીમાં પૂરી લબોડી, એમ કરતાં કરતાં પેલું કંઈક પેલું કંઈક મોઢું પોલું કરે અંદર કડવી દવા પાઈ દે. In the old time, in India and here also, if a baby is sick and doctor or the parents, they want to give some bitter medication, they would say one thing and they would do something different, right? Our Narayan, I remember our Narayan was sick one day, and he had temperature, 102, 103, So Amy's style was to wait for a few days and let the immunity build up in the body. આપણો નારાયણ હતો ને એક વખત મોદો પડેલો અને એને 102, 103 ડિગ્રી ટેમ્પરેચર હતું. પણ એમી શું કહે કે ચાલે 1-2 દિવસ એને થોડું તપ કરવા દો. પછી 2-3 દિવસ થયા ને ટેમ્પરેચર, ઓ નિશા આવી ગઈ બેટા, આજે સ્વામિનારાયણ અમારો કેશવ આવી ગયો, કાલે જ યાદ કરતા હતા બેટા. એટલે 2-3 દિવસ થયા અને એનું ટેમ્પરેચર ઓછું નહીં થયું એટલે પછી એમીએ નક્કી કર્યું કે ડૉક્ટર પાસે લઈ જવું છે. So after 2-3 days, when his temperature did not go down, then Amy decided that I want to take him to the doctor. So Narayan is asking question to Amy that if I go to the doctor, would they poke me with the injection? So Amy says, no, now you are okay, They would just give you some, pills or medication, You don't have to worry, So they both went to the doctor's office. પેલા એમીને નારાયણ પૂછે છે કે મને સોયો તો નહીં મારે ને ત્યાં ડૉક્ટરની પાસે જવું તો કે ના તને 2-3 દિવસ સારું થઈ જશે એટલે તને ત્યાં દવા ગોળી આપશે કંઈક ડૉક્ટર પાસે જવું પડે. તો ત્યાં 2 જણા ગયા પછી બધી એની હિસ્ટ્રીને બધું કહ્યું કે 2-3 દિવસથી તાવ છે આમ છે તેમ છે. પછી ડૉક્ટર કહે છે કે એમને એક શોટ આપી દઈએ કે છે. So when they went there, the doctor discussed everything, what happened and whatever. Then doctor said that we will give one shot to Narayana. So he goes in the other room to prepare the shot, and then he is coming, or maybe in the same room he was preparing the shot, And then Narayan was talking to Amy. જો ડૉક્ટર પેલો શોટ તૈયાર કરતો હતો ત્યારે નારાયણ એમીને કહેતો હતો કે આ બધા ડૉક્ટરો છે ને એ વેજીટેરિયન નથી કે છે. So Narayan told Amy that all these doctors are non-vegetarian. So that doctor heard also and that she was vegetarian, So she said, no, I am vegetarian. So Amy says, why do you think that she is non-vegetarian? So the Narayan says that he says one, thing and does another thing. If he is vegetarian, he should not hurt me, Vegetarian people don't hurt. Look at that bug, Right, Smriti? Did you want to hurt that bug? But I was thinking when that happened, Smriti was very tense, That don't come to me, Brahmi was a little bit tense. But you were tense also, right? Yeah. So I was thinking, that during day and night, when do you think the bugs become more free to come? During daytime or night time? Night time? Smriti, night time? And you know why they come at night time? They are more free to come at night time? The lights are outside? No, but they come when you are sleeping here also. Why, Smriti? They come night time? Because they think that you guys are not going to be tense. You will be relaxed and sleeping. And they will crowd on you. They will not bother you. Then they'll go down. Then go to Brahmi, growl on her, come down. And they would be saying, Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan. You think so? Maybe, right? I say one thing and they do other thing also, But here Swami is saying, that Bhagavan and his saint, they say one thing and do something else. They say whatever you like. They say whatever pleases you. But they would do something what is best for you, what is good for you. So, when an aspirant devotee comes to the mandir and that devotee decides that I want to become a sadhu, and then his parents comes and say that we want to get him married So now what would Bhagwan or Gunatitanand Swami would say? Yeah, we would get him married, Like Bapu tells his own story, right? That he wanted to get married, And Kakaji says, yeah, we would have a handsome wife for you. So then somebody says, wife cannot be handsome, man can be handsome, wife can be beautiful, So Kakaji wants Bapu to marry with Kakaji, right? But we have, God and saints, they have to do that for their upliftment, their betterment, And only they understand, In the worldly way, people would think that, oh, Kakaji said one thing and it's happening the other way, he's doing the other way, The bottom line is that their intentions are good. They are always for the best of a soul. They are best for their spirituality. But because we are not yet ready to receive and accept the real truth, they have to do this thing, They would say one thing and they would act differently. And if God does that way, then His saints are going to do the same way. Because they are trained. And sometimes they would get insults also, in Kakaji's time, right? How many insults Kakaji got? To make Ashwin Bhai Sadhu, to make Hariprasad Swamiji Sadhu, to make Sahib Sadhu, and all others, so many others, Kothari Swami Sadhu and all them, Kakaji was insulted a lot. He was very improper person in the group, But today now we see, what is happening, right? Those were the selected gems that they are doing a very good job for so many, nowadays, right? And same way, our Pintu Bhai says, thanks to Vasi Bhai, When Pintu Bhai was selecting our Vandan Bhai and Pintu Bhai to be in his close proximity and make them study a lot, did Girish Bhai or Ramila Ben knew that they were going to pick him to make a sadhu? It was Vasi Bhai's sankalp, but he would not say that time, right? Because at that time they may not be ready, Even though they were in satsang, even though they were, devoted to satsang, but still the timing was not there, right? But this powerful Mahapuja and prayer of Vasi Bhai brought them here, and both are sadhu, They are in their way, they are both sadhu, right? Yeah. So, we want to also not doubt in God and His saints, what He says versus what He does. What we want to see is that how much they are going to lift us from wherever we are, how much they are going to elevate us from wherever we are. And that is more important, The techniques may be different, the operations may be different, the procedure may be different, In some operation they may give anesthesia. In some operation they will not give anesthesia. If they don't give anesthesia, the patient will slap on the doctor, right? But that is the procedure they have selected, right? And after that patient has slept, her whole life he would say, I'm sorry, you did very good to me, but I was angry and I was overreacting and I was mad at you or this and that, right? So, that's okay. In time of Shastriji Maharaj, there was one sadhu that he wanted to become sadhu and his, other people were against. So that other person came with a stick, and nether stick, nether stick is very difficult to break, and he hit that nether stick in the back of Shastriji Maharaj, that it broke into two pieces. That is how much he was mad at Shastriji Maharaj, But Shastriji Maharaj says, if that is the price, I got a big bargain, cheap bargain, right? And that other person remained as sadhu, Shastriji Maharaj had told him not to go to that town, But he says, no, I want to go to that town. He says, okay, let's go. They went there, and then he got beaten down, So, but they know, that, that they would elevate, and they would do a lot of good things for the society, for the people, by being sadhu, When Kakaji came in 1973, my wife invited to Elkhart, Indiana. Would she ever have thought that Kakaji will take her away fast and make this person doing all these things? But it happened. And same way we are saying, that Pindu Bhai and our Surat Bhai and Vijay Bhai and our Lakku and our Angie, they are all, here doing this thing, So one day, they would do this, what we are doing, right? They would guide a lot of people, on this roadway, And do you think the roadway would be just flowery? Yeah. Roadway would be just nice pizza and taco. They would have to be, ready. Yeah. And then from there the procedure will go to our other generations, our Brahmi and Smriti and Smriti and Smriti and Smriti and Smriti. So it's a process, right? But if we understand this fundamental, that even if God would say one thing and do something else, or his sadhu will say one thing and do something else, their intention is good. Their intention is to elevate the soul. On the other hand, in the world, when the parent says, I will get you married, would they make that boy sadhu? They will make sure that he gets married, right? But then it is cycle of birth and death again. Yeah. Right? Unless they come to the satsang and still married and still dedicated, then it's a different story, But if they are tangled in the worldly things, worldly affairs, then they would fight with each other, they would compromise, they would fight with each other, compromise. Nowadays, they will go to the court or call the police, 911, right? And then one of the spouse, whoever has done wrong, will end up into the jail. And then they would repent. Next time I will not call 911. But the beating and hitting still continues, right? So, is that the life? Yeah, it is life. Yeah. But it's not the elevated like we see in the satsang, right? That is the difference. So, if God says one thing and Gunatit Saint says one thing and does another thing, don't doubt, don't question, don't argue, but think something higher and positive. Their intentions are always better. Their intentions are always to lift you up. ભગવાનને સાધુ બોલે કંઈક ને કરે કંઈક તો પણ આપણે ગુણ લેવાનો કે જે કરે છે એ બધું સારા માટે જ કરે છે. એ આપણું અહિત કરવાના નથી. અને અત્યાર સુધી એવું થયું નથી. એ અહિત કરવા જશે તો બી ભગવાન એમને દંડા મારીને સીધા કરશે. રાઈટ. ચાલો ભાઈ, વાસુદેવ હરે. That was the meaning of that talk. You got it? Okay. Huh? I didn't hear, but say it loudly.
Guru's intentions is always better than yours. Like they might like they like their what they do is always gonna lead you to a good path.
They are looking for the
Yeah.
easiest path.
No, not for the easiest path. It'll lead you to a good path.
Reach so that we can reach to the path.
Yes.
Yes. Their intention is that we reach to the goal to become
Brahma.
Brahmarup. Right? And when we become Brahmarup, then
But actually,
the whole world is yours. And still you don't want it. Right? Yeah. So when you become Brahmarup, then your nephew will come and say, bless me, bless me.
oh,
Yeah. Your mom says yes.
okay.
Okay.
ગઈકાલે સૌરાષ્ટ્રમાં ઘરે ગયા ને તો વિશ્વાનગર પધરામણી કરી તો એન્વોલપ ખોલ્યો કે બોય કે ગર્લ તો ઇટ્સ અ ગર્લ એને આપણો નેફ્યુ કહ્યું એટલે કે
So even if it is girl, could she not have boy? Okay. That's not important. Important is that you would bless. Okay, Sajanand Swami Maharaj ji, Jai.